Forgotten football shows, from fantasy football league to footballers' wives. Various football shows have come and gone on TV, but some are certainly missed more than others will be. Many were broadcast on our screens for years, capturing the attention of the general public, while others were short-lived and relatively unsuccessful. Some shows were undoubtedly more popular than others, but it's difficult to choose a favorite when there were so many good ones. But after being axed from the TV, it is sometimes difficult to remember just how good some of them were in their heyday. Here, Daily Star Sport takes a look at some of the forgotten football shows throughout time. The search for football's next prodigy began in 2010 and only lasted one series. Several young players competed against each other to win a professional contract with Inter during Jose Mourinho's tenure. The show was won by winger Ben Greenhalgh, who left Inter rather unsuccessfully after just a season to join Welling United. Fans were shocked that the show never came back after its popularity. The show was axed after more than 20 years at the end of last season due to the Premier League's huge fixture pile-up. Sunday Supplement featured a panel of sports journalists who discussed topics and issues related to football. Following the removal of the show, Sky Sports released a statement which read, "The huge volume of live football since the restart and a condensed season that has already begun means we must look at how best to deploy our resources for the benefit of our customers." Sunday Supplement began in 1999 under the name Hold the Back Page and was presented by Jimmy Hill before other hosts including Jackie Oatley took over the role. Which of these shows was your favorite? Let us know in the comments section. The comedy show hosted by David Baddiel and Frank Skinner was inspired by fantasy football, which began in the early 1990s. The show was popular amongst football fans and was broadcast more regularly during major tournaments including Euro 96 and World Cup 2000. However, the program was scrapped in 2004 after other similar shows took its place on TV. Like Sunday Supplement, Goals on Sunday was also binned at the end of the previous campaign. Chris Kamara had fronted the show since 2000 and was joined by various co-presenters including Ian Payne, Rob McCaffrey, Claire Tomlinson, Ben Shepherd and Alex Scott throughout its history. Goals on Sunday showed highlights and analysis of the Premier League, Championship, and Scottish Premiership games from the weekend, with various guests from the footballing world coming on the show every week. Remember the hit TV show set in a mocked-up Spanish bar during the golden age of La Liga? Host Scott Minto would discuss the weekend's football action alongside a panel of experts including Guillem Balag, Graham Hunter, Terry Gibson, Jerry Armstrong and Gaizka Mendieta. Revista de la Liga was removed from our screens several years ago, and while there was hope the show may make a comeback, it almost certainly won't now. The show was first launched in 1991 and hosted by former Sky Sports presenter Richard Keys and then Brian Woolnough. After being axed by Sky several years later, the show returned with David Jones as the presenter in 2012. Jones was joined by a panel of experts to discuss and debate major topics from the world of football, but it never reached the same heights as it did first time around and didn't last very long. The fictional drama centered around fictional Premier League club Earls Park FC, and the dynamic between its players and their wives began in 2002. While initially focusing on three very different couples, the show later introduced a complex love triangle. Viewer ratings fell significantly in the later seasons, and the program was cancelled in 2006. The football phone-in program featured on Sky Sports for years. Jason Cundy chaired the show, while different panel members would join as guests each week. Regulars on the show included Tony Gale,